seems like the weekdays are so far by far the least welcoming, which makes complete sense. Don't worry, next year should be a Friday, I believe. Anyway, last time around in Final Fantasy VI, we pretty much finished everything up regarding the triple story block thingy. And we ended the stream after I died to Kefka, and I decided that it was pretty clearly the universe giving me some kind of hint as towards the doing or not doing of certain things at this particular point in time. There we go. So that's where we left off on Wednesday. Yeah. Good. And I have had some time to think about this. See, we don't need to use everyone. This is where my theory. This is where a little theory of mine comes to play. We have a total of 7 people. And I'm wondering if we can make one party of 4 and one party of 3. So we're gonna put our healers in here, no matter what happens. We want to have at the very least a... There we go. Okay, so that's not an option. In that case, that is a bit sad. We can do 2 groups of 3. I think we can do this with Carl just standing on the sidelines, to be perfectly honest. Because the thing that sort of annoyed me last time around was the fact that we had like a group of people that... Yes, let's proceed. Let's see if this works. That Kefka apparently is the only fight where if you die, you actually die. But we also have, I believe, only 2. There we go. It's a side attack. And that's to you. So he's going to get this party started. Bit sad it's a side attack, but we can work around that. Okay. Could be a way to sort of like punish us for what we have done, but we shall see. Because we do have only 7 characters, which is reasonably annoying. If we had 8, it would have been... We could have had like a 4-2-2. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Well, this time around, at the very least, everyone is on the same side. That's good. Because we have, like, I want to have at the very least a healer. Okay, Queen Steel. 1+ here. Okay, there we go. That's in 1 minute, so we will obviously be pausing the game during that time. But yeah. It's one of the reasons that I kind of quit when I did. It's like... it kind of allowed me to just kind of take a quick overview of everything. Items, ether. Okay, there we go. Now we will move down. Guess that's a back attack, not great. Yeah, I'm beginning to understand which buttons I need to press. Also, auto crossbow is very useful. Okay. There we go. That's sort of like where we put them, this way. We can focus on other things for a bit. The obvious one problem though is that our party isn't as strong as it could be. And there we go, that's our ad break, so we're gonna be waiting until that ends. As per usual, we have 20 minutes before the first ad break and then every 30 minutes. If only because to make sure that everyone has can see everything at the same time. But in the meantime, I'm reading some stuff. Okay, just kind of reading something about MasterCard being slowly but steadily being replaced in Europe, which fair. There we go. Welcome back, everyone. I hope the ads were fun and were to your standards. And if they aren't, that's a shame to hear. But yeah, the idea is that after we are done with the first round, goes the unlearned tiger. There we go. Is that after this round we will quickly essentially heal everyone. It's sort of like the main idea. Just make sure everyone is healed. Go, we can also come and just swipe. Because one of the main reasons that I probably want to have them in as the main, as sort of like the main group attacking Kefka. Okay, so there we go. That's the final group, I believe. Yes. Currently just doing a lot of healing. This is the first group of 8 or so. No, hang on, need to very quickly clean my glasses here. Because it turns out I'm starting to not be able to see. I should also mention it's entirely possible the stream is once again ending after around 3 to 4 hours, because once the cold sets in, I am gonna wrap myself up in a blanket, and I'm gonna pretend as if the outside world is a thing that does not exist and will never exist. That's roughly the plan for today. Once the cold really sets in. Okay, good. Now we're gonna go and temporarily go over here. Deal with you, and you are gonna be moved over to this side. And then you are gonna go and be moved over to the other side. Because luckily it's only 5 this time around. I mean, they're stronger, but... though there is something to be said about this particular group of people, if only for Tiger. I'm not certain if that works on Kefka, to be brutally honest. Okay, good. Oh, there we go, because they have the heavy armor, which means that we want... Okay. And that's a bunk. Okay, there we go. Heavy armor is now... Okay, that one's wrong. Okay, that's 60. And that's a bunk. That's why we put these where we did. Go dealing with the... Okay, there's only one heavy armor here. Oh, that was... Seriously? Alright then. There's only apparently there's only so much HP left, I guess. We can use Fang though on kind of trying to think about how I'm gonna be dealing with Kefka as I'm at the same time doing all of this. Because yeah, Locke and Cyan together are just not strong enough. Okay. Gonna go ahead and make our move. So it's over here. That is the one luck we do have, is that once we are done with this set of enemies, that at the very least nothing will be moving for a while. Which is genuinely really good. Okay, there we go. Good. That is Edgar leveled up. That's the final heavy armor. And that's a Magitech barrier. So... Just make some knuckles, that misses as well. As we just continue hitting people with crossbows. Because that's just the way we do things around here. Okay, there we go, good. There we go. That's the Hell's Rider. There's 612. Okay, that is a lot. Okay, let's remedy. The only other thing I can think of is like a 4-2-2 thing. There you go, that's a miss. Okay, not quite how this was meant to... Yeah, no, okay, he's not dead yet. Oh, right, because there is a... Okay, Phoenix down on Edgar. That leads to over here. Now everyone is somewhat healed. That works. How are you meant to fight Kefka in that case? Like, are you meant to use Tiger on him multiple times? Is that the idea? Yeah, because he's dead. Like, this is sort of like where Enjoyment slowly moves away into annoyance. Because we now have to redo this a third time, and this is where Enjoyment begins to move into absolute, not absolute outright hatred, but where definitely there's a feeling of, okay, stuff is starting to feel old. Also want sub in. Then we have you two. I have a new idea. Which is the idea of the singular party. Okay, so we cannot save. Gonna try something else here. I do at the very least need Seon to at the very least level up. Okay, Sabine is now leveled up. gives me some time to deal with purely you. This is not exactly what I wanted, but I don't really know how else to start doing this. So let's hope that this actually works out. If not, then that is gonna be a problem. And it would also mean that we are slightly overleveled with some characters, but then that's just the risk that we take. Okay, Sienna's learned Tiger. I do appreciate the fact that they just wait around for the fights to finish. That is very sporting of them. Okay, there we go, that's that done. I'm kind of hoping that Tiger works, because if it doesn't, then I am all out of ideas, to be perfectly honest. Okay, Edgar's now level 12. We're just gonna go back for a bit in order to heal. Thank you. Wonder if I can... Okay. And besides, it's also just more experience, so it works in a variety of ways. So let's hope that this all works out. If not, I am all out of ideas and I don't know what to do. Okay, there's a major tank barrier. Come on, we can do this. Because the idea is use Fang in order to figure out what the rough halfway point of Kefka's HP is, and then work from there. Like attack is not great. Like I said, it assumes that Fang will work on the Kefka. Or at least that Tiger will work on Kefka, my apologies. So that's the wrong attack I was thinking about. Okay, so Celeste currently is leveling up. couple of circle attack, a couple of circle ones back to back. Since the Magitech armor is not gonna allow us to use magic attacks. I mean, technically we can, but like I'm not, probably easier not to take the risk. Okay, good. So triple ones, then we can move back up. That's, like I said, like that's sort of what I'm hoping here, that this will work out. It does feel weird though, and it almost feels like, if it works, of course, if it works, it almost feels like cheesing. Like cheesing, not cheating. Good lord. Words, hard, difficult. Okay, it's a back attack, not great. Because we're kinda sorta crushing. Thank you. Okay, now we go back up in order to heal. You three have not been doing anything. That's the entire point. Go, that's Hell's Rider. This is where we're gonna be using Fang for the first time. Or not. No, I believe it was like something like 600 anyway, so that helps. Okay, there we go. We do need Xian alive. Thank you. Now let's see if this is gonna work out. No, it's not the button I wanted to press. Start off with Rune. Now we're gonna go for Tiger. And that's okay. Well, we're gonna continue trying. Given the fact that it is just about the only option we have. Okay, so we can't... Okay. That is good to know. Okay, there we go. That explains why, because we couldn't actually beat him. That makes sense, to some extent, I guess. Anyway, we managed to get the peace ring. Hooray, we did this part. It was an annoying part. I didn't like it. One second. Also, if you're hearing anything outside, I'm not certain what it is, but I think it might be snow falling from the snowbanks, because I know we're dealing with some serious snow as well. I mean, we're dealing with a small blizzard here as well. So, yeah. Okay. So, apparently the monstrous thingy is alive? Also, there we go. Lock, slowly falling down the mountain. Everyone falling down the mountain. Everyone except Ur, but his name was. And we shall know what is going on with Jesper right after this particularly short ad break. Hooray! Isn't it lovely? I know, I'm saying hooray a lot. I don't know what else to really say at the moment, except for nothing. Let me in the meantime go ahead and do some small things here. Luckily for me, I can see exactly how long it takes for the outbreak to do its thing. So, pardon me, let's hope I'm still within the minute I have, because I need to type a couple of things here. Okay, seems okay, good. Done with all the typing stuff. Good. And there we go. Welcome back, everyone. So let's see what this is. Oh. Hello. Seems to be some kind of resonance. Okay, we saw this on Monday as well, I believe. Oh, hello. What the fuck? Did she just blast off? Like, what the hell? What just happened? I have some questions. Where are you going? All I can see is that she Super Saiyaned her hair. Currently looking at the map, see where she's planning on dropping. Or maybe surviving or something? I'm not sure. What happened? Like, what just happened here? Like, she turned into a pink thing, and then... Hi T, how are you doing? We are currently dealing with -10, and at that point it no longer matters if it's Celsius or Fahrenheit. That's sort of like the temperature where... Yeah, you just missed it. Like, I don't know what just happened. Also, I will say, not the biggest fan of the fight we just had, because Kefka being the only fight where you can where a reset can happen if you die, feels a certain level of unfair, to be honest. Like, either allow for a checkpoint. I feel like if this were done in the modern day, I would say, like, put a checkpoint before Kefka, or allow yourself to save between each wave, so that at the very least, like, you don't have to redo the entire 20 minutes. Pardon me. I'm having some water. But yeah, hope your Friday is going well, T. Striking westwards across the sky beyond Figaro, okay. Someone needs to protect Bannon, okay. But yeah, like I said, it's cold. So I have lots of tea ready. Back because I have a ton of time. Oh dear. Well, I'll try. I mean, I'll be streaming for at a minimum another 2.5-ish hours. Like, I'm currently keeping it around 3 hours, 3-4-ish hours a stream in order to keep my voice sorta normal. But yeah. Can shuttle the others to the western provinces. Kolinga or Judol are Stella's whereabouts. Okay. Please form one party. Well, we want a healer. I'm not certain if I want Locke with me, to be honest. Like, we need Celeste because she's a healer. And we need Edgar. No, not Edgar. We need Sion because he's a tank. So those are sort of like whenever, as long as we only have like one tank and one healer, we kind of need both of them at all times. You know what? I kind of want to get Gao with me. And Edgar, because we do need... Yeah, so there we go. Okay, so we got an achievement. Defend the Esper. I guess this is where I got to before dying last time around. Or before quitting last time around. So, yeah. Oh, we can change party members on the fly. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Way west. Perhaps someone will speak about Castle Sol where she went. Okay. Okay, so we can constantly change as needed. Yeah, exactly. I guess so. Like, I genuinely don't quite remember, but yeah. Let's see here. Okay, we have shields. Bandana, iron helmets. Okay, we have some new. Oh, we have some new stuff. Okay, so we want 2 of you, 4 of you, and 1 shield. Let's go and equip you. Okay. Which kind of is because I remember you saying that like normally you are meant to be a higher level than what I was, so I'm kind of confused as to how that's even meant to be possible. Let's go then get ourselves some items. I want some high potions. 12 over you. And I want, yeah, 2 Phoenix down. Okay, Figaro Castle. I guess this is where we will from now on be switching out party members? Grind a little bit of the opportunities. Okay, that on the one hand makes sense, on the other hand... okay, encounters are on. And Figaro Castle is... where it always was. But yeah, it feels like a bit like we're bullying leaf bunnies at the moment. Let's see what we have over here. Oh, look at that! Since we have King Edgar with us, cool. Because I should keep that in mind, is that if we go to places that a party member has something with, then at the very least, should keep that in mind. And to be fair, we did do a bit of grinding on the field, mostly for money, so... Okay. Now what? So... Figaro Castle, I guess we need to talk to someone. We get into a new mechanic that requires grinding a bit more, but it does want you to get some extra battles on there or export is very completely. Yeah, that's kind of what I... That's kind of what I figured. Okay, so we can grab Flash. Ooh, penetrate an enemy's... Oh. I've also been playing another game again as of late that... See, I believe it's, let me see what I started playing it again yesterday. It's called, there we go, Sunless Skies. So, yeah. Good lord, I'm sure there's lots of things you can penetrate with that particular drill. But I'm not going down that particular route. Also, how has... I'm kind of curious, how has Savage been so far? Like, I obviously am not doing Savage. I feel like that is pretty obvious. Mountains in the west. Okay. Good to hear! Man in the engine room. Gotcha. Good to hear that it's being very fun. See or not. I'll leave that to you. Like, I can't watch it obviously because I'm trying to be asleep by that time, but... You know, I'll see. Maybe if I'm still awake, I might catch something of it. Just need to find my way towards the engine room. That is not the way towards the engine room. Oh, so very. Ah, good to hear. Very good to hear. Okay, let's go to calling it. Let's see where we go from here. Go drill, baby, drill. It definitely seems as if like the bots are trying something new. In that they're trying to do it double. So by, I mean, to be honest, like say in my case, it's mostly like I try to be asleep when you're streaming. So for me, that's sort of like the big problem. So that's sort of like the main thing on my end, but I hope for you it's also towards G-Door, okay. But so I kind of hope that it's not. Oh, hello! I know who you are. I know you. Exactly. And that's just kind of the problem of like having a lot of Americans watching my stuff, but at the same time I can't take that into account. Like I don't make a living out of this. Tore up your house. Well, let's... Oh. Yeah, that would indeed be considered a problem if it tears up your house. Okay, no one lives here anymore. Well, that's an elixir still. Let's see here. You know, like I would love to be able to be like, oh yeah, I'll stream at like 2 AM in the morning, but I'm not paid for it, so... That's just not really a possibility. Shady concoction even here. Even if he's got a ghost in the basement, you say? Well, I would love to go ahead and meet a ghost in the basement. Come on, let me... I want to see ghost. Let's take a look at the ghost in the basement. Oh, well, I don't have lock with me, but I get the feeling that note to self, come back here with lock. Okay. Well, we have someone doing stuff in the north and something happening in the south. So let's first go north and see what's what. Also, we have our first say hello, little sandways. Yep, cow is powerful. Okay, so they are both around here. We have a forest and we have a small hut. I guess Dragon's Neck Cabin. Hello. There at war. The Colosseum will be a monument to the glory of battle. No one helped me. Oh. I would feel for you, good sir, but I'm afraid I'm just here to rob your house blind. Thank you for the hero's ring. Sure, let's give you the hero's ring. And let's give you... And let's prevent poison as well. So then well, before I finish my question, how about we first take a look at... Oh, he's no longer enraged. Cool. So he still has the power, but not the enragement. Or at least he no longer looks enraged. So what do we have here? We have a chocobo stable. Hello. Hello, little buddy. Oh, yeah, you're a good buddy. Yeah, who's a good little buddy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay, so there's the chocobo stables. Then let's go south instead. Oh, interesting. He's doing other things now. Well, at least... let's have a look here. So they went south. There's actually a couple of things south, so we might as well go ahead and follow the road. Oh, that's a lot of things. That is scary. Still trying to learn what all of the different things do with cow. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we need to go past the mountains, it seems. Let's have rock wasps. Okay, let's use silver lobo on you. Wait, are you still floating? I guess you are. No, for a long time. Oh, by all means, please do. I'm always curious in that case. If it's not spoilers, then I'm more than curious to hear about it. Okay, just the gold needle. There we go. Gidor, hello Gidor. The westernmost town on the world map. Wow. You don't say. So honestly, a lot of them don't trust what they say. Also, is that really true? Because there was like 10 more west. Never mind. So it's like Gidor might be lying. What do we have guild-wise? We have quite a bit. Okay. Okay, what do we have? Mithril glove. Name is Owen in English Reese, but I forgot the westernization was what's it called? Ah. Oh, that is cool. I can see how we might miss that connection as a result of the westernization. Oh, it's totally pointless. Alright, I guess let's sell it back to you. That is, that's cool. The middle class families live in the southern part of town, rich to live up north. You see, we can see one of their. Okay. Towards the northern mountains. So is Ian is also saying no wine. Cool. That is very cool to learn about. I must admit though, Stormblood is like relatively long. It's been a long time since I played Stormblood, so it is very neat. Okay, so we can sell the... No. Oh no, but hang on, there we go, we can sell it now. That is indeed very neat. That is, it's a nice little connection right there. But yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I played Stormblood, so I don't have all the things quite, I don't fully remember every single detail about it. Did back one day. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I will say this. Like, I know what you're getting at here. Solution 9 definitely feels like the problem here, and I've talked about this before. With Solution 9 is that at some point you need to be able to start adding in the more technological Final Fantasy references without it becoming garish. So, like, I feel like with Solution 9, one thing from that more technological side had to essentially be sacrificed in order for, with regards to not making full sense, in order to allow for the Final Fantasy 7s, the Final Fantasy 15s, 16s, you know, for the other references, the more technological references to start making sense. So, in that regard, I can kind of see where the criticism comes from, but I also sort of understand where they are from. And to be honest, as someone that like has only very recently started playing the other Final Fantasies, it definitely like I don't see it as such, but simply because I simply don't have that reference point. For me, it's more, ooh, cool. Final Fantasy 8. I'll be honest, I don't know enough about 8, so you're gonna have to be a bit more. Oh no, 4 was genuinely just bad in the way they did that. Yeah, no, even I could see that 4 was genuinely horribly done. Opera House, hello. Okay. But yeah, like, even I could see that 4 was just tastelessly done. As for 9, I can't know, because I quite literally have not played 9. Personally, yeah, it definitely could be. The one thing where it really annoyed me was definitely the Stormblood Raid series, where it felt a bit too wink wink nudge nudge in a way that what I like about 14 is the way that even though there is a lot of references to other Final Fantasy games, like I can still follow it as a non-Final Fantasy player. And especially with the Stormblood Raid series, both the 24-man and the 8-man, it felt like too much. It hinged too much on you already knowing the sort of like knowing what is being referenced in order to have any fun with it. That's like the one time where it genuinely really, at least early on, where it genuinely sort of like I also just don't do it anymore. Like, I just don't do the 24-man, even in my other characters, I have still not done the Stormblood raids, because it is so on the nose, it's genuinely nauseating. Anyway, ad breaks are happening. Currently waiting on the air break. There we go, welcome back everyone. Yeah, like I said, I still have not done the Stormblood raids on my other characters beyond my main, simply because of how unfun it was. Anyway, we are now in Zozo, which... Oh! Okay. It seems we are not welcome here. So it's like, I feel like it works best when 14 still uses stuff, but also makes its own story out of it. I think that's when the game works best, to be honest. But, like I said, maybe there are people that really like it. But I'm not one of those people. I've never heard of it. Zozo Pub. The second hand on my watch is pointing at 30. I'm not sure what it is, but I get the feeling we're not necessarily welcome in this place. Like, I'm not sure what's giving me the feeling, the vibe, that we are not welcome in Zozo, but... It's a very rough town indeed. I'm kind of glad, actually, with the party composition that I have. Like, Gao especially is just an absolute beast with the right stuff. Okay. Taint Ether. I do like the music though in here. Doors versus... Okay, we temporarily put on the counters off so that we can go down without too much trouble. There we go. It's definitely by far the most modern city that we've seen. I will say this, it is definitely the most modern looking town. Like, this could have very easily been in something like... Like, this could have very easily been in something like Earthbound, it feels like. Okay, so let's learn Imp. I'm suddenly very happy. Okay, so something 30. It might be a good idea to very quickly go out of town and save. So, like, what? You're drunk or something? So I have the Harvester. Hello, Harvester. I get the feeling that we're gonna be leveling up quite a bit in this town. If needed, I can always just kind of activate the ability to turn off enemies and just quickly run back to the other town for healing and for supplies. You can trust everything they say. Why do I not trust that? Okay, how big is... Oh! Alright, town is relatively big. You have anything to say to me? Haven't seen any ghosts. I'm just definitely not on the top floor of this building, so don't bother checking. Alright, let's start checking the top floor here. Oh, we can write down on the crane? Oh. Okay. Definitely curious. A most curious little place. There's a mithril knife. Oh, good lord, they are literally everywhere. That's a, I'm sorry, that's a what now? A hill guy? Oh no. Okay, so what does the Hornet do? It does the... Okay. Oh, it's also floating! Go! I assume the thing is without, like... randomly dying. That's the wrong button. I do get the feeling though I might need to do some grinding off stream to make sure that all of the parties are roughly equal in like leveling, because we're obviously like doing some out leveling here. Okay, what's this? Changes the steel command to mug. Okay. Oh. Oh, hang on, do we jump? Is that what it's meant to show us? Okay, there we go. Okay, harvest and veil, and I must say, I do like the fact that you just kind of buy more abilities for the crossbow. Like, definitely makes it feel more alive, I guess, or more logical on some level. Ether, so that's 30. My watch second hand is pointing at 2? Okay. There was 130, there was 1-2. kind of thinking about like what it could mean. Oh, whatever it is. Seconds, they're divisible by 20. Oh, but if this hand is in that case on 2, then does that mean that it's like 40? So 30, we have 40. So 30, we have 2. Divisible by 20. Okay. Like, I'm trying to think as to like what it could mean. Not that if I have an answer yet, but I am currently thinking. I mean, it would probably also oops. Probably also show itself as this is pretty blue. Oh, wow. Pardon me, but where the hell are we even? How high is this building? Okay, that's Burning Fists. We are somehow still going. Well, the Velician is leveled up. Well, I didn't need to get through. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be the way. I'm not very strong in a fight and I hate for the DP and so why don't I just let you pass? Hello, Dada Luma. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I'm okay with it. Okay, that's it. And put. Okay. Is it just... Oh, okay, I was slowly losing. Okay. Okay, there we go. That is him. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did or did not do. I just know that something worked. So I'm taking it. There's also a twist headband. Okay, let's go ahead and abilities. Zozo 16th floor? That's an X. I'm not too happy with the fact that we're getting an X potion and Hermes sandals. Hello? You okay, Tara? She's frightened. That Ramu? Ramu was in. Oh, I know your name. I know who you are. I mean, I know your name at least. From Final Fantasy 14. Okay. Okay, she's casually going on a rampage and then knocks herself out. That is... Alright. Use the powers you didn't know she had and it overwhelmed her. Now her body won't listen to what she's telling it to do. You're an Esper? Alright. Guess Espers live in another world. I'm sort of like seeing if I can figure out where the plot is going or where the story is going from here. First, take a liver as one of you. Okay. Okay, so humans and Espers used to live together. Till the War of the Magi, which we have been told about. Okay, so expected. So it sounds an awful lot like the war we are currently fighting again. Espers fashions a new one, which they excite themselves. Okay. There, about 20 years ago, humans stumbled upon the entrance to the hidden realm. Humans who knew of Espers and the secrets of our powers. A hunt for Kristal, the leader of the men, knew that he could use the powers to extract it from us to create an invincible army. Okay. Realized there was something. We erected a massive gate and forced humans out. So far, it's definitely interesting. Still, the Empire's Magitech Research Facility. I have heard of that before. I mean, not in this game, but it's like, I'm starting to see more connections. To me, when it says he lost control. Alright. So then, is that what happened to all the other Espers as well? Sort of like what we saw with Terra? Isn't that a painful thing? Okay. Fear and doubt should subside. The others of my kind returned to Kristal's magic tech facility may be able to help her. Okay, so... It seems that Celeste knows what's being talked about. No, abandoning my friends and hiding like a coward. Stickily only knows only to drain Esper's power by force, but that's not the way to unlock our potential. Only when we become Magicite can our strength be transferred in full. Alright. It sounds as if someone is trying. The funny thing is, like, the moment the music stops, I hear someone outside trying to, I guess, do the reasonably foolish task of trying to keep the street clean, which is just not happening for the next few days. I think, at least. The weird thing here is that the sound is seemingly coming from very close by, but that's also genuinely not possible. Like, I don't know what's going on, and it is reasonably freaking me out. So I'm currently not saying anything because I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on outside. Like, is it maybe a cat? Like, I'm genuinely unsure as to what's going on outside because I'm hearing all kinds of sounds and it is genuinely really freaking me out. Anyway. I'll give you my power as well. Okay. So Ramu died. Oh dear. That is a problem. Powers just with the switch to the skies will darken the level fades from the earth. You must stop the Empire. This must not be a second war of the Magi. Obtained Ramu Magicite. Cave Sith. Kirin and Siren. Okay. What I will say so far is, like, we're now, what is it? Let me check. So we're now about 6 hours into the game, which I feel is a solid, let's call it a moment of reflection. Like, we're now roughly 6 hours in, we're starting to get to the point where the first games are ending, so to speak. So I think that 6 hours is a solid moment to take a moment and look at what it is that we currently have. And so far, my opinion of the game, we're 6 hours in, like, there's still lots more to go. I'm well aware of that, but sort of like now that we're 6 hours in, we sort of like have story beats are happening left, right, center. I also don't know what the whole steps counter is, to be honest, but yeah, we shall see. I'm trying to think. So the problem here is obviously that Final Fantasy VI is a game that a lot of people really, really love. So far though, I am not wowed by it. Like, that could very well still come. Some of the best games that I've ever played take a long time to really get going. But so far, like, there is some intrigue happening, there is some stuff happening, but there's... It's really weird. It's like, I know when a game is really clicking with me, and that's not really able to be put into words. It's like, it's a certain feeling of, like... I guess the best way to put it is, like, it's like not even the feeling of, like, where you put it down, you want to immediately pick it back up. It's more so the feeling of, like... how do you put it into words? Like it's almost a feeling of like that you sort of just know, even if you can't necessarily explain it. And I'm not getting that here. We'll talk a bit more about it after the ad break, which... I can definitely see the arguments. I'll talk about it a bit more after the ad break. But I guess that is a good way to put it. It's like I'm sort of like reminded of Seinfeld, if that makes sense. And I'll explain why after the ad break ends. But I'm sort of like there is definitely sort of like a correlation with like Seinfeld in there, and maybe you could even argue Gears of War to some extent. But I'll talk about that in a moment because it sounds really weird to say that, but there's a logic there. There we go. Welcome back. In case you missed it, like I said, I'm currently not yet wowed. And I guess the best way to put it is it's sort of like the same feeling as with Seinfeld. Like, if you go to Seinfeld now, you won't understand what made it so revolutionary. Because of the fact that every show is essentially a reaction or a reaction to the reaction to Seinfeld. In the same way that, you know, Gears of War won't feel groundbreaking anymore if you play Gears of War, for example, because every game, to some extent, with regard that has over the shoulder camera and shooting, will have its legacy traced back to Gears of War, and it's sort of the same here. Like, I can see what makes it special to a lot of people. I can see the story, I can see how it catches up, I can see the immense improvements made over Final Fantasy 4 and 5. And I think that playing them in order genuinely helps here for me, in that I have an idea of sort of like, now that I have, like, if I had played this first, then I would not have had context in regards to the other Final Fantasies. So I can see how this is revolutionary compared to 4 and 5. I can see how the story is a lot deeper than what came before. And yet, the fact of the matter also is that I live in a world where this game has influenced so many others that, to me, it's not special. And I think Tolkien is another good way of looking at it. It's like, I've personally never read Lord of the Rings. I've never seen any of the movies. But I can totally see how you're like, you know, if you are the blueprint for everything that comes after, the blueprint will inherently look lesser for it. And this is why I often try to look at games within a vacuum. But that's a bit more difficult with Final Fantasy VI because I'm aware of the reputation that it has. Like, even if I know nothing about the game, even if I don't know what's going to happen, even if I don't know, you know, the story beats that's going to happen, I'm still aware of the game simply by the fact that I am a gamer and that I like RPGs, and that therefore at some point Final Fantasy VI comes up in a list of best games ever made. And that's the difficulty I'm having here, is on the one hand, I'm trying to look at it from its own separate thing, sort of as like, you know, its own separate game. At the other hand, it's not really possible to separate the legacy of Final Fantasy VI from the game itself, because in the same way that's not really possible to look at Seinfeld in a vacuum or Tolkien in a vacuum, simply because so much media is a direct response or is made in the wake of those pieces of media, that essentially makes it really difficult to just see it as it used to be. So I'm not saying that this game is bad, absolutely not. But what I am saying is I find it difficult to separate Final Fantasy VI, the legacy, from Final Fantasy VI, the game that I'm currently actively playing. And I think that's where that problem for me lies. Is like I'm trying to judge something that inherently cannot be judged on its own, simply due to the nature of gaming that came out in its wake after. Because my gaming childhood is a legacy of this particular game. So it's definitely interesting, but I feel like, we're about 6 hours, 6.5 hours in. I feel like this is a good moment to take sort of like a first point of order to see like, okay, how am I feeling about this so far? Like, we're obviously going to continue, but like, we're gonna be doing another check-in like around the 12-hour mark. Like, it might be a good idea to sort of like every Friday, because we're streaming this 3 days a week, that every Friday I do a quick check-in for myself and see like, okay, how am I feeling about this so far? Like, is it getting better? Is it getting worse? Do I feel the same about it? I think that's a good way to also look at it, because, like I said, some of the best games, I mean, 14 is a great example of a game that really becomes good in the first expansion. Yeah, and I'm aware that it's like a long game, but I also feel like at some point, not like 6.5 hours is still a lot of time to invest in any level of media. So it's just a good checkpoint. It's sort of like a good moment to say like, okay, we're 6 hours in. The story has started to pick up. We're starting to get some content done. We're starting to get some lore. We're starting to get some history. We're slowly moving our way towards the main course. So it's a good idea to at the very least look at what we've already had before we move on. That gives us a bit of a baseline, gives us a bit of like, okay, now we can also do more response in the form of like, okay, how do I feel about this next week compared to this week? What do I think is getting better? What do we think is getting worse? And if I'm not certain if I should know, but what kind of component are you referring to, T? Because I'm kind of curious. Can I say if I can, in fact, not? It's about the teacher, okay. What I will say though, something that I do like about this game is the ensemble cast, and I've talked about this before. But like, I like the fact that there's an ensemble cast here, because 4 definitely had a problem of, if you don't like Cecil, then you're in for a really bad time. Okay, Beaver Barracks, defenses in Osh. Okay, so Celeste is going to the Empire. Gao is just vibing upstairs. Okay, please form one party. Well, we want to get at the very least, yeah, I think we'll just go for our usual team. Gosh, okay. First on the southern continent, but closed all harbors and no ships up with fleet for it. Well, there's a gale. Where? Why are you coming with me? I don't know. Legendary. Ah, he's just a thief, in other words. Yes, those legendary treasures that are in people's Hello. More about espers, yeah, sure. To use an esper, you must first equip it by selecting espers from the abilities menu. To summon the esper in battle, select the name of the esper by scrolling to the top of the magic command list. Learning spells. When esper is equipped to summon, the caster will learn spells over time. Higher spell acquisition rate, the faster will be memorized. Some espers all permanently increase abilities like strength, but the character who has them gain. Okay. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay, interesting. Is this what you were talking about? Gain a level, the SP gives you stat boost. Okay. Let me see, gradually. So, I think Ramu, given the fact that, like, Babes all enemies in lightning makes me think of magic, so I think we'll give that to Celeste. Lock gains... Oh, we don't have any MP whatsoever. Oops, that's a problem. Oh, no, we do actually. We do have MP cost now. Okay. Yeah, Lockville Silence. Siam has Confused. Sounds like a solitary, and Edgar gets Holy Aura for now. We might change this up as the game progresses, but... Cannot use magic. Oh no. Oh wait. Okay, that's how that works. Okay. Then I guess as we gain more espers, we will go ahead and give it to the different party members. By sheer coincidence, I believe we're about to level up anyway with one of the characters. Yep, there we go. Magic bonus stamina. Okay, so you gain stamina from leveling up. Stamina. I don't have a manual here, so I don't know what stamina does. Oh no, I definitely am no. If I'm looking at abilities over here, I'm definitely seeing like Judgment Bolt, but it doesn't tell me what the. It doesn't tell me what kind of additional stuff it gives you when leveling up. So it's like, it gives you stamina. I'm like, okay, great, but... No. I cannot click on it in any way. And I'm not certain if the game came with a... I am not sure if the game came with a manual. Let me go and have a look here. Properties. Let's do some quick browsing of the Steam files. I have a bunch of wallpapers here. I have the OST here of a whole 5 songs, and that's all I have. I can... Do I want to check this? Yeah, okay, let's go then and do a quick check in here. How about we discover this together? Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, we found it. Never mind. We did find it. I did not press every single button. Okay, HP plus 10. Magic plus 1 for Kate Sip. I still don't know what stamina does. Like that, I'm still in with the problem that I don't know what stamina is. But, cool. Like I said, there is no manual, so I don't know what the different things do. I'm just gonna have to figure that one out on my own. Hang on, no, wait, I can check on my phone. Let me quickly, let me check on, no, hang on, let us check together. Let us go ahead and check together, that way I don't have to wonder about it and I can start, It is literally the first thing on Google. I like the fact that it is literally the first question asked on Google. Alright, good lord, how long? 15 years ago. Okay, let's see here. GameFox, please tell me, what does stamina do? God, this is a blast from the past right here. Challenge certain moves hit, most a bunch of instant death moves, gravity attacks, if the other obscure things like break does not get most status moves in mind. 1 point of stamina is 130 if chance less the move is going to hit. Wait, what? Hang on, wait, what? Until it is more so. Okay, so it's enemy moves. Okay, raise how much you heal from regen, raise how much damage you take from. Wait, what? Wait, what? Hang on. Raises how much damage? I have still no idea what the hell it does. Heal from Tintabellum. Raises how much damage you take from poison and seizure. How much you heal from... This is not helpful. That is not helpful in the slightest. Well, okay then. Anyway, stamina plus... Sure, you know what? Stamina plus 1. Why not? Holy Aura... Seems like it doesn't give us anything on level up. Okay. HP plus 10. And magic plus 1. Okay, so let us in that case, do some different equipping here. Okay, so. Magic is Kate Sip, so we wanna move Kate Sip to you. Locke has Siren. We want Cyan to have Siren. Ramu is Stamina and Kirin does not care one way or another. Okay. Let's move Ramu to you. And Kirin to you. Because Kirin, nobody cares. Okay. There we go. There we go. Our tank is now getting more health. Let's just go ahead and start focus building. Our tanks are starting to gain more health. Our healers are starting to gain other things. I have no idea if this is what you're meant to do with the Espers, but let's start doing this. Let's just start adding stuff on top. You know, let's make our tanks more tanky. I think that it's a good idea to make our tanks more tanky. And our healers more magic-y. So let's hope that this will all work out. And once we get like a better one for our thief, then I will probably switch it around. But for now, might as well go ahead and see where we are going. Pomp is a big fan of the opera. The leading lady. Okay. Let's at the very least get ourselves some stuff. Okay, let's Kaiser Knuckles. Attack. Some Moonray Ring. Okay. Magic Scrolls. And some Kaiser Knuckles. Okay, hang on. Those are items right there. Good moment as any to go ahead and take a quick look. Okay, and Barrier Ring is additional magic, but yeah, I'm happy with what I currently have. High potion, I'm happy with that. Gives us some more funnies. Down. I like having everything at even numbers. I'm just the kind of guy that likes having everything at even numbers. Let's have a look at our weaponry. Mithril vest. Okay. It's a white dress. Sure. Why not? Let's go to a rich person's house, see if there's anything important here. Oh, hello. Impresario Maria! Maria in a heartbeat. Okay. Looks like Maria are curious. Oh, hang on, I also need to go up to see what the whole famous opera singer. Alright. Director of the troupe that performs at the opera house. Everyone just calls him Impresario. He's been in TC ever since that letter arrived. Dearest Maria, I've decided to take you as my wife, so I'll be coming to kidnap you, the wandering gambler. A gambling vagabond who finds freedom from society's narrow views of morality aboard his ship, the Blackjack. Setzer. Hello, Setzer. We are still adding names to the list. It's only airship. Ooh, cool. I also kind of want to quickly go to the village up north again. To see if there's something we can do now that Locke is in our party. So I'll temporarily take the monsters off. Just so that we can kind of check and make sure everything is auction house. Hello. Okay, Sector Vector. Forgot all about this? Oh no. Why do I suddenly feel very threatened? Anyway, let's temporarily put the encounters off and then see if there's something up north. It's just purely quick checking, like I don't really feel in the mood to fight enemies as I'm only just checking something real far north. So let's just very quickly get rid of enemies. Because there was something. Something about the house here. He was like, oh, this is all his little mohaha. Treasure is quite safe. But the good thing I happened to perfect my herbal concoction right when the girl hasn't aged a day, never will. Feels with you begging me like that. Okay. Just like here forever. Oh no. Oh no. Legendary treasure. Oh. That explains why he wants to go to the continent. Okay, so was it worth it? I mean, to be honest, yeah, it kind of was, to be honest. Like, we now have some idea of why Locke wants to go to the Empire so badly. Anyway, let us go back to the village and pretend as if we didn't suddenly go up north in order to figure out what the hell was going on with Locke. There we go. Oh no, the last 4 minutes totally did not happen at all whatsoever. Don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, let's go ahead and go down south. Also, there will be ads in roughly, from looks of it, 2.5-ish minutes. Oh, that's actually really powerful right there. Okay, ads in 2 minutes. Looks like it 1 minute, 2 minutes. Depends on how Twitch is feeling today. Oh, hang on, I recognize this music. But not from a Final Fantasy game. Going appeared to climb right at the climax of the first act. He lost to make an entrance. Oh no. She's about to nab him. Yes. You ruined the performance and I'll lose my job. Who cares about your job or the performance? Pardon me, I'm just kinda vibing out to the music. To the piano going haywire. Success, but I don't want Maria to be abducted. Oh no. Whatever shall we do, good sirs? Truly I say that. Locke, please, good sir, have some manners. Just vibing out to the music. There we go. Welcome back, everyone. I've been spending the last 90 seconds enjoying the piano music. So, look, wants to use a decoy, and I know exactly what decoy he has in mind. So this Maria Celeste is about to become Maria. I also love how Celeste is freaking out. Also, can we kick Locke off the stairs? No! 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 You are not meant to be here! You are meant to be on the other side of the world! I distinctly remember kicking your shins in multiple times. I distinctly remember a lot of tentacle shin kicking. Like, no, the octopus stays away. I will say it's, wow, this does look really cool. It's, this is actually really cool for sort of like knowing what platform it came out on. Like, it looks beautiful. Also, T, you said like zone 1, but as we both know, most often the first zone has like multiple parts to it, so maybe not quite best thing to have said. It's like, is it zone 1 part 1 or zone 1 part 2? But it's probably part 1. I will be quiet for this part. I assume there was no actual singing in the original game. That's a nice little thingamajig. Give her some encouragement. Oh no. They did the best. They made it pretty close to us. Well, and this is well, then this is a really nice additional little touch. Oh, my hero, my beloved, shall we be made to part through promises of perennial love, yet sing here in my heart. I am the darkness, you are the starlight, shining brightly from afar. Through hours of despair, I offer this prayer to you, my evening star. Must my final powers be exchanged, be with him and not with you? Were you only here to quiet my fear, or speak, guide me anew? Will you pick up the flowers, climb the stairs, and toss the bouquet? Okay, cool. I'm assuming we're just gonna sit here and just enjoy the show. Can somebody slap log, please? Zerago pours the feelings into the song. I get the feeling we're about to ruin this, and not deliberately. Well, who's ready to have their evening of entertainment? Wow, holy. I wanted to say, who's ready to have their evening of entertainment ruined by accident by a tracksuit-wearing dragon incapable of remembering lyrics? That looks really nice. I think I got all of them, but I'm not sure. Not that it was meant to happen, but I'll take it. I will say what I like about this is that obviously this must have been at first in Japanese, that they still managed to give a song that worked, or that they changed it to a song that works really well in English. Like, there's some solid translation right there, purely from like the perspective of having to translate something as like linguistically difficult as a song. Like, just the fact that they managed to do it is genuinely amazing. It's something that games still have trouble with today. Let's not go out on stage. Hey guys, want some kind of jam up your opera? God damn it, Ultras! I'm gonna rip every single one of your goddamn tentacles from your own body.
Insolent row, knave of the Western Hall, you would address my queen to be Maria. Yes, sir, you have Maria's hand. I would die before that day comes. Then it's a duel.
Something else I like here, and this is... I don't know much about musicals and operas, but I do sort of like know the main theory on how it works. In that you talk until your emotions become so strong that you have to sing, and then you sing until your emotions become so strong that you need to dance. Also, I will rip your goddamn tentacles. Your tentacles. From your body. I'm up on the right, he'll help you get there. Okay, so now what? Okay, I guess this is where we need to go. Oh, the timer is still ticking! Fuck. Okay, see on the sleep. Okay, we've learned sleep and thunder. Fuck! I am gonna rip every single one of your goddamn tentacles. I want to win the girl. Can the story possibly continue? Why is that the thing you're worried about and not the creepy purple tentacle ass freak? Don't sing. Don't lock, don't sing, don't, please. Oh dear, what dreadful acting. Are we having this fight with... It's on this... Oh, it's on a stage as well. Oh, fuck you, Ultros. There's a special place in hell for your purple tentacled ass. Okay, that's a miss because it's a probably because it's a boss fight. No, Garden Variety Octopus. I kinda figured. Given the fact you're a creep. You're a creep, mate. Yeah. I'm so happy I have so many high potions. Like more than ever am I so happy I have high potions. Oh, fuck you. Haha! Also, isn't the public not getting hurt by the acid rain? Never mind. I don't want to think too much about that. Ultros, you asshole. There we go. Well, we can still use our damaging attacks. Ultros, I swear to God. I'm more busy healing than I am actually fighting, which is relatively annoying. Okay. There we go, Exa. Enjoy your... Just in time to be drained. Oh, we can't actually use it. You are gonna owe me on all of these. Oh, imp. Ah, switches it around. Gotcha. Like, how much HP does this goddamn octopus have? At the very least, we can go ahead and just focus on purely attacking here for the moment. I feel like such a sucker. I do not care. I'm going. Ah! When can I rip his tentacles off so that I never have to deal with him again? Meantime, they're just waiting for the outbreak to enter. The meantime, I'm reading some news. And there we go. Welcome back, everyone. We have just finished dealing with the goddamn octopus. Because Locke's new bride, she's direct of impresario. I am both amazed and annoyed at how you continue everything going. Was that wink at the camera really necessary? Great fake actress, indeed. No, indeed, good sir, for we are not Maria. Nothing to talk about. Oh dear. World's greatest gambler. Yes. You'll be well rewarded. Mario Doma, oh no! The begging has begun! First things first. Well, it definitely looks like a gambling den. Topping transformations left, right, and center. Indeed. Mystic power to try and take over the world. No, they wouldn't dare to do that. So friends and family. We're at least together in hating the Empire. That is one way to put it. Stress becomes a wife, I'll help you, otherwise. Something tells me they will never return to Setzer. Flip this coin. If it's head, you help us. If it's tails, I'm yours. My due to be, indeed. Never seen a double-handed coin before. Against the Empire, but nothing to lose but my life. Oh no. I do like all of the little references. And the fact that we apparently have a gambling den as our airship. That is neat. That is very neat. Better land a safe distance away. Alright. Ooh, are we? Ooh, is those searchlights? That's a very neat visual little effect right there. And that is relatively scary. And cool. taking off. Performed in the opera, and I can't read anything else. I'll read it in a moment. Maybe at some point. Albrook. Okay, here's what I do think. I am very quickly going to the toilet. And I'll be right back. And we'll go for, at the minimum, another full break. But I'm not sure yet how much longer than that, so... If you could. Don't think I did. Anyway, I'll be right back. Please enjoy the background music. There we go, I'm back. I will mention I'm not gonna be able to go for much longer, with maybe half an hour more. The cold is starting to get to a point where I am gonna need to go out and bundle up, and I cannot focus on both the cold and streaming, to be perfectly honest. So we're gonna go for another 30 minutes at most, give or take. It's a bit of a shame, but like the weather this weekend has, or the weather this week has been so. We've not seen this in 30 years. Like it is, you know how people sometimes joke about freak weather events? This is a freak weather event. Like we are genuinely dealing with a free weather event here, so I'm also like I'm starting to feel the cold. So, I really wish that I could sit there and be like, oh yeah, we'll go for 5 hours, but it's north and run to the west, okay. Okay. Little... Okay, we've got ourselves an elixir. And this is a tavern. Hey, there we go. We found ourselves a little tavern. Hello, tavern. Indeed, we do not. We do indeed not have any money whatsoever. And I wanted to say something smart and smarmy there, but I didn't. Something important on the eastern edge. Won't let anyone build it. Cool. Right at the center of this continent. Okay. Can at the very least... okay, there we are. Hello! And back down. exceptionally vulnerable to magic. Okay. So the question is, where do we go now? We've got a couple of places we can go. There was something about far to the east. But I can also buy stuff in the north and the west. So there's something to the east. Oh. Oh, cool. Let's do some exploring. Okay, so this is the room we got in from. Okay, so we can't... Okay. Let's just do some exploring here. Like, blast the nerve. No, good sir. I'm just taking a look at this airship that we were not allowed to use. Okay, so there's something... Center of the continent. That capital might be the best first step, to be honest. Vector. Hello. Well, I see we are in good company, I guess. Oh no, I had no money anyway. 1,000 gil was stolen. Oh no. How horrible. We already had no money. Apparently, if you have less than 1,000 gil, it just is not taken from you, I guess? So this is the Imperial capital, which is, I assume, where we... Entry point is forbidden. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, good. We have found where we need to go. Use this box to climb up on those guys and sneak into the... Cool. Yeah, sure, I'm ready. The hell is he doing? Well, let's see what's in the Magitech research facility. Reminds me a bit of Donkey Kong, to be honest. The music, that is. It's probably not what anyone should want to hear. It's like, oh yeah, Final Fantasy. The music reminds me of Donkey Kong, but that's genuinely what it reminds me of. I might just actually stream Donkey Kong Country 2 at some point to show what I'm talking about. Okay, cool to see that they are exceptionally the problem is we only have one magic user. Okay, there we go. We do have a 10 though. Oh. Ah. Okay. Flame Tongue, what do you do? May cast fire. Attack and magic compared to Great Zed. Oh wow, that is. Okay, that's a lot. That is big. That's a lot more damage. Okay, so where do we go from here? Go seemingly down. We have an Onion Knight? Okay. Well, guess we gotta go ahead and say goodbye to the Onion Knight. Okay. Cyan learns Silence. We have also got a Bio Blaster, which we already have. There you go, you're no longer imped. Okay, so... where do we go from here? It's a good question. Okay, so the armor just always works. I'll be honest, I normally have the battle music off. Like, I normally have it so that you always hear the overworld music, even when I'm fighting. So, if I don't. I genuinely don't, to be perfectly honest. I know that's really bad, but it's like, okay, Cyanid's slow. So the honest answer is that I genuinely do not, and that's really bad. But it's like... Onsa Hakura. Yeah, I'll be honest. I am just kind of standing here like, that's great. We can't even escape? They don't allow you to escape when you're surrounded. Okay, that is... So they don't allow you to escape if you are surrounded. That, I mean, on the one hand, that makes complete sense, and on the other hand, I'm also really annoyed at it. Oh well. Like, that's kind of the annoying thing, is like, I will, especially when it comes to battle music, I just genuinely won't remember it, because I haven't had it on since, like, Shadowbringers. Which I know is really bad, but... Yeah, the overworld music is just too good in 14. So I would say it's a testament to how good the overworld music in 14 is that I'm like, you know, I'd rather listen to that. I mean, the other reason is that it's just very jarring, to be honest. Like, you know, you're traveling around the overworld, some random enemy on the other side of the planet finds you, and suddenly the music kicks in. It's... yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, those are... can we use the pipes? Ah, we can use the pipes to continue on. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, there we go. Okay. Change the explosion. That okay, that makes sense. That it took me a while to realize that. So that makes sense. Okay, there we go. Okay, so see, I'm also gonna learn silence. Let's try and just get as much as we possibly can. That's an ether. That's a preemptive strike. Okay, that starts in about a minute. If I had known this, I would have taken Go with me. Oh. Because he can also do magic. Let's see here. Very nice. So, Xian learns Slow and Flurry. Magic bonus plus HP plus 10% and stamina plus 1. We have an ad break. So we're gonna be waiting out the ad break. There we go, welcome back. Let me quickly get some water. Like this is one out has me reasonably worried. Okay. So we can go two ways. Well, this is the way with more underplay. Okay, Rune Blade into Flame Tongue, yes. That's a remedy. And that is onwards towards destinations unknown. Okay, so... Okay, we can go back up from here. But okay, I'm seeing a couple of doors. Like, unfortunately, we need to find a save point, and I get the feeling it's gonna be a while before we reach that. Yeah, this was 150. Okay, good. Xian learned fire. Yes, we are starting. Yes, all right. Magic is starting to become a thing. Okay, we're starting to gain some magic. Let's first go back up so we can grab everything in the final room. Or in the first room, I mean. That's a back attack. That's not fun. So congratulations, you're getting content until we find a save point. Which I get the feeling can take a while. Not quite what I wanted, but sure. Good lord, having your controls reversed is also just as annoying. Okay, there we go. Confuse and poison. Good lord, we are... Something tells me we are not meant to be this low. Like, call me... What does the... Hang on. Does that mean that we have, like, unlocked everything that we can from the siren? What does the little star icon mean? I'm sure it means something. I'm sure we'll learn as time goes on. Or maybe it means, like, the amount that you sort of, like, in sync you are with the thing? Like, as in, like, you've unlocked all the level 1 spells, now you're getting all the level 2 stuff? Anyway, we are looking cool with the sunglasses. Okay, let's see here. Would be nice if you would not, in fact, miss. There we go, there's the proto armor done. Okay, lock learns cure. Okay, we have a second person that can heal. This is big. We have gotten ourselves a second person that can heal. We are no longer reliant purely on one person. This is huge. Okay, now let's go and have a look around. So we've got some stuff over here. That lowers down, goes down. There's all machinery we can't do anything with. So we first want to take the... Okay. We first want to take the path Dragoon Boots. Change the attack command to jump. Well, given the fact that you're relatively pointless. Sure, why not? That does a whole... Wow! That does a whole 40 damage! I do like though how we've just been given the ability to do magic and we are immediately thrown into an area where we need to use it. Like, that's just genuinely good game design. Level 9. We are slightly under-leveled. Hey, how big is the level? Well, what level do we need to be? Well, you know, Penny, sorry, Penny. You know, like how the enemies you're fighting? Yeah, they're level 19. Oh. Like, just the funniest thing in the world, really. Golden Helm, okay. Yeah, we might be slightly under-leveled. Okay, how under-leveled are we here? 18! Yeah, we are in the level. Yep, nope, yep. We are gonna be here a while. Oh well, at the very least we are surviving. That's the important bit. Oh, shit. Hang on, I know someone that's gonna love this. I know someone that's gonna absolutely adore what I accidentally did. Scheiße! Do we have anything against? Yeah, we have eye drops. Okay, good. Second. Second. Okay, anyway, let's go and move on. Is there anything else here? Technically, yes. Oh. I don't think we... Okay, we can't do anything though yet from the looks of it. Oh. Oh, did we go the wrong way? Over 18, 250, MP. Vulnerable to water, that's vulnerable to lightning. Okay, cool. Seriously, Pokemon 55 again. Okay. Swear to God, the amount of enemies that can do imps here. It's too much. Too much. At the very least, we are gaining levels. That's the important part. Like, that is genuinely the important part here right now. Okay, lock learned region. Very nice. I am gonna temporarily get rid of encounter so that we can walk over to the other side. Pretend as if there's something didn't happen. Oh boy, what's this? Are we on the other side now? Why, how curious. Oh no, it's Kafka. The Warring Triad. That's a name I've heard before. So I might finish. No worries. Yeah, I probably... Okay, we are starting to get story content here. So I recognize the name Warring Triad. I don't think it's good that I recognize it, but I still do. There we go. Okay, Locke is now level 13. You're only too many levels behind. Well, anyway, let's go and see what happens if we drop down. B2, okay. Ooh, okay, interesting. Ifrit! Hello, Ifrit! I get the feeling I might have just now made a mistake. Based on the music, I might have made a mistake. Unable to scan. Oh, dear lord. Alright, well, let's just... Based on the fact that Ifrit is gonna be doing a lot of fire attacks, we'll just go ahead and continue using Runic here. The one luck we now have is that we can keep using Runic, and we can use Lock in order to start healing. Like, that is genuinely good. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Let's just go ahead and jump. Shiva is now also... Oh no. Okay, so Thunder is now working. Okay, fire, he did, man, that shit. So I keep pressing, I don't know why Runic is like right there, but we are dead. Maybe not fully yet, but we are for all practical purposes dead. Yeah, we are dead. Is it kind enough to dump me at the start of B2F, or do I need to do the full run back? Because if I need to do that, then I'm ending it for today. Okay, okay. This is good. In that case, first things first. Because I'm still waiting on like an actual save point instead of a quick save one. Okay. Blizzards. I mean, to be honest, it makes sense that, like, the thing hurt by fire will... Or that the thing made of fire, like, to be honest, it makes sense. The thing made of fire is gonna be hurt by Blizzard. Like, that actually makes more sense than I want to admit it does. Then I'm assuming Ifrit... Why do I keep pressing runic? Oh, you're right, because why would you put... Never mind. You know what? That actually works out for us. Okay, there we go. Runic is now available. Alright, because... Oh. I forgot that it does all magic instead of just the enemy's magic. Are we healing it? Well, of course we are. No, yeah, no, of course, yeah, no. Just gonna use you because we need to. I'm very happy I picked that high potion. Because Ness cannot die. I might as well stay dead for now. Sense familiar strength, okay. Removes power. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's also just not do anything in that case. Ooh, do we now get... There we go, do we now get Ifrit and... Cool. Waiting is supposed to dump us down here to die. We don't have much time left. There are many more of us all here being drained of their powers. My time. Near Ramu's siblings, each of us born with different elemental power. Do the same. Oh, cool. Thanks to the eggs as well. Okay, Ifrit and Shiva. So we now have Ifrit scorches all enemies and envelops. Okay, so gradually restores party XP is useful. Confuses all enemies. Strength +1. Okay. If it's strength +1, then... Oh, that's what I mean. It means we have... Okay, then... It might be useful to move towards Ifrit in that case. Okay, so that leads somewhere. And that's... Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, let's go ahead and snooze you. Okay, so there we go. So, we did a lot of content. But it is time for me to go ahead and leave. As I had said before, it's going to be getting really, really, really cold. So, we are going to be continuing with Final Fantasy VI on Monday. If you are here purely for the Final Fantasy VI streams, then Monday, sometime between 4 and 7 p.m. I don't know when yet. Other streams this week is... Only Fallout New Vegas on Sunday. Like I said, Sunday sessions are gone temporarily. Like, every single thing to do with the world just is shit, and it would not be fun to listen to me rant about how shit America is, and that as Europeans we need to not be a part of anything to do with America at the moment, or Russia for that matter. So that's just not interesting for you. It's not interesting for me. It makes me angry, it makes you angry, it makes everyone angry. Therefore, until the world recovers, there will be no further Sunday sessions temporarily. Anyway, other things is the birthday stream gonna be happening at some point in the coming week. There is, or 2 weeks, there's a poll running for when you want that to happen. Please don't forget to vote. I wish you all an amazing rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for Fallout New Vegas or on Monday for Final Fantasy VI. Have a good night.